Yes. Welcome, come well, to another episode of The Doorway of the Portal, entitled, Am I as I am, most importantly though, as you are. Today we're going to dive into this quick topic on what is your innocence? What is innocence? Where does it reside? So that's going to be today's topic and title. It's going to be brief. I'm going to have maybe about 5 or 6 points I'm going to touch upon. So let's just dive right into it. The first doorway is your innocence is your inner sense. It's an inner language, an inner guidance, a voice only you can hear, a voice only you can feel, and a feeling only you can feel. It's the direct connection between the body and the soul. The innocence resides within the quantum field. It is the deepest sentient intelligence in existence. It is the untouchable intelligence, the beingness of your essence, which is present but was never here, that can be understood. This is what the 42 laws of Ma'at refer to, or the 42 assessors of Ma'at, or the 42 enunciations. The innocence is the soul, the Sa, the Saul, the silent but loud one. Your innocence is also your inner sensei, your inner sunu, which means teacher, which is your inner teacher. So your innocence is also your inner sunu, your inner teacher. It is your inner disciplinary, your inner hidden potential of self-control. It is the one that keeps you safeguarded within the principle of its truth. In a way, it is the invisible safety net, the compassionate one, the twin sibling of divine death. These are all different understandings of your innocence, my innocence, innocence itself. Next doorway is the innocence is the baby which disguises itself as the adult. It is the cub which disguises itself as an alligator. This is what the innocence is inside of you, inside of me, as itself. It is the principle which disguises itself as the personal. Something that can't be touched by anything and or anyone, including you. It is only when you know of your own innocence, you then see it, acknowledge it, and feel it in others. The same thing we were born as is the same thing we get unborn as. The baby, the baba, the innocent one. A baby's innocence. Now, just a baby's innocence, that's an intelligence speaking within itself. That's an intelligence speaking within itself. The innocent factor. It's an undeniable obvious. An undeniable obvious. That is what the innocence is. Or the point of all of us were born as a baby. And that innocence, as we were born as, whatever we were born as, is what we get unborn as. We come as a baby, we leave as a baby. During our whole life, we are the baby, the innocence, the innocent one. The principle which disguises itself as the personal. The baby which disguises itself as the adult. The cub which disguises itself as an alligator. This is what the innocence is. The next doorway is your innocence resides within your attention. Now, this deals with innocence and attention. This is the connection between innocence and attention. Your innocence resides within your attention. So remain aware of where you direct your attention at and what you put your attention into. Your innocence is something which exists behind your attention, something prior to it. Your attention, though, can corrupt your innocence, depending upon where you put it and or direct it. Your attention, along with your emotion, can corrupt your innocence, your divine innocence, your inherited innocence, your cosmic innocence. Your attention can be something that safeguards your innocence and at the same time lets the innocence play in different points of focus throughout your life. The innocence is something that's present, but in a way of understanding isn't necessarily here. It's something that's present, but isn't necessarily here at the same time. The innocence exists to participate and volunteer in your physical experience and uses your identity as well as your character to disguise its nature. It uses the identity and persona to cloak its existence. If you fall for a persona or a person's ill persona or imbalanced persona, you may lose sight or lose focus of your divine innocence, of the divine innocence. Therefore, you lose focus of principle itself. And as a result, you become a personal mess. Innocence in all life forms and living forms, or innocence is in all life forms, innocence is in all living forms, from a murderer to a lifesaver. It's a thing that, if fully recognized and embraced, when glanced upon, turns all physical things transparent in your view, in your heart, in your being. Next doorway. It is an opposing force that guides you opposite of your identity's agenda and opposite of the agenda of image. It doesn't care to uphold a falsehood or maintain temporary domains. It's an intelligence way more innate than that. It's more of a permanent nature, not a temporary one, a permanent nature. It is a permanent nature. The true you that always remains parallel to the false you. with the potential to always supersede the falsity. It is the permanent laser that pierces through the temporary veil, no matter how dense the veil is. This is your innocence. Become one with it. Understand what this thing is. And the last doorway is your innocence is the untouchable aspect of you. Only you can make contact with it and no one else. It's yours and no one else's. It is the holder of the contract. And in biological understanding, for my scientists out there, in biological understanding, this innocence can be understood as the midichlorian intelligence, which is the one that connects life force with life form. This is what the innocence is, what your innocence is, what innocence itself is. It is the soul, it is the Sa, it is the Saul, or the Saul which resides within the Sa. Sa's blood. The Saul is the unidentified, anonymous, present, but not necessarily here, intelligence. The untouchable one, the unseen one, but the most relevant one. It is the essence disguising itself as the physical presence. The thing that can't be destroyed. It's pretty much in parallel in a different way of understanding, or a clearer way of understanding if possible, of energy. It's the energy disguising itself as the entity, you. This is what your innocence is. This is why I said from a murderer to a lifesaver. Innocence is in all things. From the most corrupt to the most peaceful, or from the most warlike to the most peaceful. It's in all things. It's the thing that releases when the body carries out its contract here. I have not done this. I have not done that. The laws of Ma'at, the 42 laws, the 42 assessors, the 42 enunciations. I have not. I have not. I have not. That is what the innocence is. That is what the soul or the Saul is. I have not been here. It is the I have not intelligence. It is the I never was intelligence. It is the I can never be intelligence. This is the intelligence of your innocence, of the innocence. Am I as I am? Most importantly though, as you are. It might be a part 2 to this. But you already know I see you guys in class. For those who would like to as well, continue to support the Cashapp. It is Amayas as one. Amayas as one. Be the bottom of in the information. I'll see you guys next time. Or I'll see you guys in class tomorrow. And for those who like to sign up, hit me by the email and let's continue this path. Let's continue walking. carry out your calling, carry out your mission. Until then, keep studying, keep researching, but maintain in the present moment of your experience. 1-0.